Hello, my name is Jessica Bateman. I am a certification specialist with South Central Texas Regional Certification Agency. And today we will be discussing how to get certified. We will be doing an overview of the Disadvantaged Business Enterprise, or DBE, and Airport Concessionaire Disadvantaged Business Enterprise, ACDBE programs. We will discuss definitions, program eligibility criteria, specific size standards, other certification requirements, and the certification process. Disadvantaged Business Enterprise, Title 49 under Transportation, Part 26, Participation by Disadvantaged Business Enterprise in Department of Transportation Financial Assistance Programs as in whole, 49 CFR, Part 26. The DBE program objectives are to ensure non-discrimination, to create a level playing field, to ensure the DBE program is narrowly tailored, to ensure only eligible programs are permitted to participate, to help remove barriers to participation, to promote the use of DBEs in all federally assisted contracts and procurement, and to assist the development of firms that can compete successfully in the marketplace. By definition, a disadvantaged business enterprise is a for-profit small business that is at least 51% owned by one or more individuals who are both socially and economically disadvantaged. Socially and economically disadvantaged individuals must possess the powers to control the management, decision-making, and day-to-day operations of the business. DBE eligibility requirements: must be an independent business, have a 3-year average gross receipts, and must not exceed 23.9 million in highway construction firms and less than other work categories. Personal net worth of individuals cannot exceed 1.32 million. Other eligibility, James, I'm sorry, I'm going to restate that portion.
Totally good. Not a problem. Thank you for pointing that out. So I'm going to mute myself, give it a couple seconds and restart. And I'm muted.
DBE eligibility requirements. The firm must be an independent business, have a 3-year average gross receipt that must not exceed 23.98 million for highway construction firms and less than for other work categories. And owners must have a personal net worth that does not exceed 1.32 million. Other eligibility requirements: contributions to start business must be from independent funds. The applicant must have title matching ownership, must have expertise in the industry seeking certification, control of the day-to-day operations, must receive profits or losses commensurate to ownership, must have access to equipment necessary to perform the services seeking DBE certification. If a corporation, disadvantaged owners must control the board of directors. In a partnership, one or more disadvantaged owners must serve as general partners with control over all partnership decisions. The benefits of DBE certification: increased business exposure. Business profile is listed in the DBE directory and updated in real time. Bid as a DBE at participating city, county, state, and local governments on DOT-funded contracts. DBE certification is recognized nationwide, and DBEs have the opportunity to participate in a variety of supportive services, training, technical assistance, and business development programs. Going into the overview of the ACDBE program, which was initially issued in 2005. It governs the participation of ACDBE in concession activities of airports receiving federal financial assistance from the Airport Improvement Program of the Federal Aviation Administration as a Part 49 CFR Part 23, which addresses certification and eligibility of ACDBEs, size standards, personal net worth, goals, good faith effort, counting ACDBEs, participation by car rental companies, and other provisions. By definition, Airport Concession Disadvantaged Business Enterprise is a for-profit small business concern. At least 51% by one or more individuals who are both socially and economically disadvantaged. In case of a corporation, 51% of stock is owned by one or more such individuals. Management and daily business operations are controlled by one or more of the socially and economically disadvantaged individuals who owns it. Concession definition. A business located on an airport is subject to this part, that is engaged in the sale of consumer goods or services to the public under an agreement with the recipient, other concessionaire, or the owner of or leasee of a terminal, if the other than the recipient. A business conducting one or more of the following covered activities, even if it does not maintain an office, store, or other business location on an airport, is subject to this part, as long as the activities take place on the airport, such as management, contracts, and subcontracts, web-based or other electronic business in a terminal or which passengers can access at the terminal. Advertising business that provides advertising displays or messages to the public on an airport. Business that provides goods and services to concessionaires. Located on the airport. Businesses located on the airport are taxi operators, dispatchers, limousine, booth selling tickets to the public, car rental companies, hotel located anywhere on the airport. Businesses not located on the airport would be such as taxi, limousine, car rental, and hotel services. Program eligibility criteria. Both DBE and ACDBE programs are race and gender conscious. The size standards do differ. The SBA size standard for DBE has an overall cap of 23.98 million, average over a 3-year period. The ACDBE overall cap is 56.42 million, averaged over a 3-year period. Both must be at least 51% of the owners of a economically and socially disadvantaged group, such as woman, Hispanic, Asian, Black, and Native American. Both must be actively in business, and both have 51% of owners underneath the personal net worth standard of 1.32 million, excluding primary residence and ownership interest in the applicant business enterprise. The DBE is more construction-related, architectural and engineering, whereas ACDBE is the concessionaire. For the ACDBE specific size standards, banks, financial institutions have a size standard of 1 billion in assets. Car rental companies, 75.23 million average annual gross receipts over the firm's 3-year previous fiscal year. Payphones are based off of employees, of 1,500 employees for payphones, and automobile dealers at 350 employees. Texas Unified Certification Program. The Texas Unified Certification Program, TUCP, is a certification program for the federal DBE programs in Texas. DBE certification received from any of the TUCP members is valid and can be accepted by any state entity that receives U.S. Department of Transportation or DOT funds. Members of the TUCP, Texas Transportation or TxDOT, City of Houston, City of Austin, Corpus Christi Regional Transportation Authority, North Central Texas Regional Certification Agency, and South Central Texas Regional Certification Agency. For South Central Texas Regional Certification Agency, we certify the following counties: Atascosa, Bexar, Bandera, Comal, Frio, Guadalupe, Kendall, Kerr, McMullen, Medina, Uvalde, and Wilson. Texas Unified Certification Program. We are a one-stop shop to applicant firms. One application, one process, one decision that is binding upon all TUCP certifying partners. How to retrieve our applications. Please visit our website at www.sctrca.org and click Apply Online tab. We are currently accepting all applications online. As you can see, we have two separate programs. Our local program has 12 pages for reference, and our federal program has 14 pages. The federal program, which is the ACDBE, DBE program, it is mandatory to have the DBE affidavit notarized, which you'll find in the last page. How to apply online. After you visit our website, click on Apply for Certification tab, create an account if you do not have one, and start applying. When you view our online certification website, you will have the option for new certifications or to renew your certifications. If you do not already have an account, you can click Create Account. Once you've logged in, you will have access to multiple applications: small, minority, women, veteran, business enterprise, and disadvantaged business enterprise / airport concessions, disadvantaged business enterprise. And from there, you will be asked whether or not the firm is or is not currently certified by our agency, which will open up another selection of options for you to determine which certification or update you would like to submit. There are mandatory documents that are required for the DBE ACDBE certification. We will go through a list of documents that will be needed to be provided for certification. Resumes that include places of employment with corresponding dates for all owners, officers, and key personnel. A personal net worth statement for each socially and economically disadvantaged owners comprising 51% or more of the ownership percentage for the applicant firm. Personal federal tax returns for the past 3 years required for each owner. Federal tax returns filed by business and its affiliates with related schedules for the past 3 years. Documented proof of contributions used to acquire ownership for each owner. Proof of citizenship such as birth certificate or passport. List of equipment and/or vehicles owned and leased, including VIN numbers, titles, proof of ownership, and insurance cards for each vehicle. Licenses, permits, and hauling authority forms. Descriptions of all real estate, including office, storage space owned or leased by the firm. Signed loan, security, and bonding agreements. Bank authorization and signatory cards. Schedule of salaries paid to all officers, owners, managers, and/or directors. DBE and ACDBE and SBA AA denials or certifications. Required documents continued. Sole proprietorship, doing business as, DBA, or assumed name certificate. Liability corporation, LLC, official certificate of formation and operating agreement with any amendments. Corporation, this is articles of incorporation, filing a certificate, operating agreement, bylaws, minutes, stock certificates, and ledger. Documented proof of any transfers to assist to, from, or to, from any of its owners over the past 2 years. Suppliers, provide list of product lines and distribution equipment owned or leased. End of year balance sheets and income statements for the past 3 years. It will be required to submit a notarized personal net worth statement as you see here. We will review some of the items that is required to supplement the information added to the personal net worth statement, such as bank statements, pension and 401k account information, cash surrender value insurance statement, listing all property owned, listing all household good and jewelry, personal vehicles owned, make and model and value, listing of brokerage investment accounts, loans to shareholders, provide receivables owed to you from other business interests, notes payable to banks, such as loans, and unpaid taxes. How long does the process take? The federal program's timeframe is no less than 30 days and can take up to 90 days from when the application is deemed complete. There is a mandatory site visit, which can take anywhere from 45 minutes to 2 hours. Due to the amount of documentation that is required for this particular certification, our office does not offer any type of expedition of application. Frequently asked questions. What is the cost for certification? There is no cost associated with the ACDBE DBE certification. How long will my certification last? Your certification does not expire. However, you are required to submit an annual update affidavit. If I'm Caucasian, do I qualify to apply for ACDBE DBE certification? As a part of DBE Regulations 49 CFR Part 26, Appendix E, if an individual is not presumed to be socially and economically disadvantaged, which includes those of a minority status, the applicant has the burden of proving that one is indeed socially and economically disadvantaged to be eligible under this part. Resources. You can contact UTSA PTAC Procurement Technical Assistance Center at 210-458-2458 for any assistance needed in filling out the application or general application questions. You can also contact SCORE, Maestro Entrepreneur Center, Lift Fund, HCA, and your local chambers for assistance. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to our agency, 210-227-4722, or you can contact me via email, jbateman@sctrca.org. Thank you.